Davey D hanging out with you, talking with Slug from Minneapolis, representing Atmosphere. Of course, the Rhyme Sayers. We're getting ready to wrap things up. One of the things that is interesting, I want to know if you can comment on that, is in many ways what I've seen the legends, Hyro, Rhyme Sayers, and others do is they're doing something that now somebody like a Barack Obama is getting credit for. Not credit like it's taken away from you,
right,
but they're fascinated by his ability to connect with all these young people and move beyond the color line.
Yeah.
A lot of you all are people of color, but have huge fan bases that are a lot of white kids from all over. And two things. One, has that ever been of concern? Some groups are like, damn, I have these politics, I have this vision that I want to share, but it's not with the hood.
Right.
It's with, I got all these cats that somehow, want to be with me. And the second question is, you often hear that audience, that college white audience, they're not liking hip-hop no more. They're moving somewhere else. This is what the pundits try to say. And I want to, how you see that fan base? Is hip-hop growing with them at a rapid rate, or is it declining? Do you have to experiment with the music to keep up with them?
Man, there's like 18 different questions and points on there. I mean, for starters, on the note of the movement behind Barack Obama, I do see that as, much larger and much more important than the underground hip-hop movement was at the time. I see it as that grassroots and people's pride to be involved in something that is actually grassroots. When people feel like they actually are a piece of the puzzle, they really support the puzzle, you know what I mean? And so I do see some of the parallels between them. I'm just happy to see somebody do it outside of just entertainment, doing it for purposes other than of movies and music and sports, you know what I mean? Now, as far as like looking out at the audience and seeing, a majority white audience, like that's always looming there, man. And I don't know if I know anybody who doesn't have to confront that with themselves on a semi-regular basis, It's like, and it's not to be disrespectful to the mostly white audience. It's just a matter of going, man, I'm 35 years old. I grew up in a type of hip-hop where there was maybe two white dudes there. So what I'm relating to is a whole different experience than what I'm giving you guys, because you guys are coming to a show and it's not the same experience that I was having when I was your age, And it's like I try not to, I can't really be neurotic about it. I have to see it for what it is and at least go, I'm playing a role in a positive, constructive movement of a moment right now. So really, I don't care who comes to the show. I have to keep that in perspective, because it's not about who comes. It's about what they take and what you give them when they come. And so it's kind of like, but at the end of the day, it's always going to be there. It's always going to be in the back of their head. There's no getting around just wondering, what's going on. I mean, everybody's got their theories, and it's like, and I got mine, you know what I mean? I got theories about, it's like the hood don't feel what I do. And why? Because I ain't talking about what they want to hear about. Now, it ain't like the things I'm talking about, they don't deal with. It's just a matter of, the hood don't want to hear music that keeps them depressed and sad. I make music that kind of talks about my issues, my problems, things like that. And in the hood, man, they want music that takes their mind off of their problems. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, that's why I see like a 50 or a Black Eyed Peas as being like pretty incredible movements within themselves. Because I look at a group like the Black Eyed Peas and I go, that's really close to what my idea of original hip-hop is about. They make people have a good time. They make people dance, and they make people forget about their phone bill for a minute.
And it's either that or you're talking about lots of money.
Or you're talking about lots of money, which everybody can relate to. Everybody wants a lot of money. Everybody wants to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And so it's fantasy stuff. People hear the stuff and go, man, yeah, I want my life to be like that. You know what I mean? And so it's funny. The underground is supposed to have a backlash against that stuff, and I don't know. I'm not one of them dudes, man. I'm not mad at mainstream hip hop because I see and understand its point. Even with as redundant as a lot of gangster rap rap has become, I do see, you know, even though it's not as shocking as it used to be, not as poignant as it used to be, but I see its point, man. You got kids that hate their job, go out to their car on their lunch break, it's a new record, and it keeps them from going back in there and fucking up their manager. You know what I mean? It keeps them like a movie. It keeps them grounded. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like I see everybody's role, man, and I just want to make sure that I keep my role relevant. I just want to make sure that I do. I don't know if I hit every question you had in that, though.
You hit a lot of it. There's a lot in there. Well, we're gonna get ready to wrap things up. Last comments for your audience. When's the album gonna drop and all that? The new one.
The album comes out. It's called "When Life Gives You Lemons, You Paint That Ish Gold." You know, it's a pretty straightforward, honest campaign that we got going with this record, and I appreciate anybody who supports it. Whether you buy it, whether you listen to it at your friend's house, you download it. I'm just happy. I'm just blessed that you might want to stop for a minute and listen to what I got to.
I know you've been asked this question a million times. When will Atmosphere hook up with Prince or The Time or some of those legendary groups from Minneapolis?
I can't say when. I can just say I hope. You know what I mean? I would really love to get down on a track with Morris Day. that would be great. I don't see it happening though. I don't think those guys know who I am. Not yet. Give me
maybe
time.
One day they will.
Give me time.
Okay, we're out for now.
Yo, what's up? This is Slug from Atmosphere, and you are checking out Breakdown FM.